What's going on, guys? Ryan back for another video. Today we are going to be working on the Genesis. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I got a 3.8 performance intake riser. So it is in this box right here, which we'll open up in a second. I just want to explain how this works and why it's beneficial for you. Basically what it is there's an upper and lower intake manifold on the car. So this is the upper one. You can see it bolts in right here. Basically we're putting like I'm not really sure how thick it is. I think it's about an inch. But it's going to raise that up, give you more volume on your intake manifold, which makes more power somehow. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not a gynecologist, so I'm not sure on the science behind that, but somehow it makes you get more horsepower. But I got a special one because I actually have meth ports. And on the packaging, this is what Dustin wrote for me. But this is the riser itself. You can see it's just a piece of aluminum with 3 ports on each side drilled for meth injection. So once I get a meth kit, I'll be able to run meth injection on this car, which will be pretty cool. Also comes with your bolts and looks like one gasket. So we'll have to reuse the other gasket that's already on there, but let's open this thing up and take a look at it. Alright, so now you can probably see a little bit more what I'm talking about. This is it. Basically just a big chunk of aluminum that increases the volume inside of your intake manifold. I think that's how this works. So yeah, basically we got the gasket that came with it, the gasket that's already on the car, and basically we're going to put one on top and one on the bottom of this, and we'll be good to go. So that's going to be easy. It's not going to take too long. I can probably install that in like 5 minutes. So to make this more interesting, what I'm actually going to be doing today is taking off the top manifold and painting it black. So I picked up some of this Rust-Oleum made for grills, so you know I'm going to smoke them. That was fucking gay. We're going to do that because I've always wanted to do that anyways, and now I have a reason to take the manifold off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while I have a chance. As you can see, we are in Bobby's garage, so thanks to Bobby for letting me use his garage and his tools and stuff. He's actually not here right now. He just left, so he should be back in like an hour or so, so he might help us out with us. So let's go ahead and start pulling this intake manifold off here and get started. Oh, I do want to give a quick shout out to 3.8 Performance for hooking me up with this. I also bought the engine leash from them a while back. If you guys saw that video, it actually helped out a lot, so I'm excited to see how this works out, and it looks like it's pretty good quality, so let's get it. This is why you need catch cans, but obviously I don't have any right now. So I was trying to take it off with the throttle body, but I decided that was a bad idea, and it was a pain in the ass, so I just took the throttle body off. So you can see right here is where the spacer sits. So I'm not going to worry about painting this lower manifold. I'm just going to paint the top because that's what's visible. So that's all I'm really worried about. I'm going to go ahead and hook everything back up into this that goes to it so I don't forget where it goes, and then we'll get started working on that. These little things right here are for the stock engine cover, which I don't have anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and take those out. And then I'm debating on whether I should tape up all these spots where it bolts down at, like this. Not sure yet. So the whole thing's going to be black. These I don't need either. I don't know why those are there. So I might do something with those if I can take the studs out. The rest of it will just get taped up or removed if I don't need it. Alright, so I feel like we haven't talked too much about the actual riser itself. So For those of you that don't know or haven't heard of it before, this has been tested and I believe the results were like 25 horsepower or something like that. So it's a pretty decent bump in power over stock, and I think that was stock. That was without a tune. So if you get a tune, you'll definitely get more than that, but it's definitely worth the money. It's not really that expensive when you think about it. So if you're looking for new mods, I suggest picking one of these up. So now we are going to tape up the gasket surface because obviously you don't want to get paint on where the gasket and stuff goes. So I'm going to go around and tape up all of these areas that I don't want to paint. And I got some really good tape. This stuff's like 10 bucks. It's called frog tape. So I'm gonna try it out. I've never used it before. Alright guys, we're back again for day number 2. Today we got Bobby with us. The manifold is done drying, so I'm going to take all the masking tape off of it now, and we're going to throw everything back on the car. See how good this $10 tape worked.
Fuck that $10 tape.
Better not be any fucking paint on my...
It's not going to be with that paint lock.
It's looking pretty good so far. $10 worth good? I don't know.
Nope.
Ooh. Look at that oral.
Oh.
That's why I use catch cans, kids. Which I don't.
Me neither. You know how much blow-by I probably have in my car right now?
Shouldn't be that bad.
It means it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Next. Some good ass tape.
Pretty sure $5 tape would have done the same thing.
I don't know. That was my fault right there.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
I do remember having a gap right there though. Here's our finished product.
Looks pretty slick.
Don't look too bad. I use grill paint, and you can you not tell that looks like a fucking grill?
Dude, you're supposed to put that on your grill.
That looks like a fucking barbecue grill. Like I'm about to put on my New Balances and fucking fire up a good steak.
Oh yeah, son.
Alright.
Got a little barbecue on.
Now, so we can install the riser now, and it includes new bolts since you will be, you know, like 3/4 of an inch taller. You have all new bolts to put back in. Alright, so I took the studs out. I just used a pair of vice grips, but if you want to save your threads, use the double nut method, but I don't give a fuck. So
Bitches love the double.
We just ruined it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to fucking line that up, dude, now with no studs.
Is this?
Yeah. Okay, so we are done with the install. You can see the riser just a little bit right there. I'm not sure if this is going to help me at all, but I know for the NA cars it's supposed to give you like 25 wheel horsepower, and it has been dyno proven. I don't know, maybe we'll test it out on my car. So maybe we could take it for a rip.
Yeah, whenever it's not raining.
Yeah, it's raining today, so definitely won't get any traction. But we did paint the upper manifold, which I've always wanted to do. We used grill paint, but it's okay. Kind of looks like plastic. Kind of spices up the engine bay a little bit. Not really.
Spices it up.
I mean, it's black, but you know, nothing too flashy. But yeah, we're done with that. Really easy. If you weren't painting your intake manifold, this would take like 5 minutes to install. It's pretty simple. You just take everything off, put that on, and then put everything back on. So if you guys want to check this out, I have a link in the description. 3.8 Performance. Dustin, he makes all kinds of stuff for these cars, so if you want to check him out, I'd highly recommend it. He does a lot of cool stuff. He also makes the engine leashes for the car. He just came out with some new diff bolts that are stronger than the stock diff bolts, which apparently I need because mine broke already once. So yeah, check him out. He makes all kinds of stuff. He makes even stuff for 2-liter turbos too, not just 3.8s. Go buy something. Help support the people that support this platform because there's not that many of them. And I'll be back whenever we take this thing out for a rip.